Looking for something to read? Well, these are the books that I've written. Hop on down to the description to find the Amazon links for all 4 of them, and keep your eyes open for more in the future. With that said, on to the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Omni viewer, and I think we all knew that Garon was going to be the breakout star of ULTRAMAN BLAZAR. As such, it's no surprise that he got a little bit of merchandise that comes with more than you usually get from an Ultra Monster figure. This ain't no Spark doll, nor is it some trading card. This is the Garon DX. The figure arrives in a box that is absolutely covered with pictures and text. I could take the time to translate it, but I can just as easily guess that it's listing all the features the figure has, and we'll be getting to those soon enough. Inside, Garon is held between 2 plastic trays with an extra little bit of bubble wrap around the head. As you can see, the tail comes as a separate piece, but it attaches easily on a ball and socket assembly. Being an electronic figure, he also ships with the batteries already installed, so just remove the plastic tab and he's all set to go. Well, in terms of detail, Garon does look pretty accurate to the show. There are some liberties taken though, and I'll be going through them now. One key difference is that the figure has slightly lighter and glossier paint than the darker and flatter hues of the official suit, and not every individual rivet or bolt is colored. In fact, the tail is one solid color, unlike in the show. You'll also notice that the various joints are visible. Most noticeable of all is that his Achilles pistons are completely absent. The mounts on his legs and feet are there, but not the pistons themselves. Now, the fact is that for this particular figure, these are excusable because technically speaking, this is meant to be an action figure rather than a high-end collectible. What I'm saying is that this isn't SH Monster Arts, so it's allowed to look like a toy. The only thing that feels like a true blemish is a single visible screw hole on the right side of his neck, but it's very easy to ignore. Other screw holes and slots are incorporated smoothly into the body, so it's not much of an issue. Even with these noted differences, the figure is still incredibly detailed. The gray portions all have a nice rough texture to simulate the fabric sections that contrast nicely with the smooth blue and orange pieces of metal. Well, plastic, but you get the idea. Even the bottoms of his feet are detailed, though the left foot has a company stamp on it. Open the mouth and you can see the earth cannon inside. I'm sure you've also noticed that this cannon, the hole inside of the mouth, and the eyes are made of translucent blue plastic, and we'll be seeing why a bit later. The thing is that all of these visible joints and missing parts are what allow the figure to move, and my word can Garon move. You know how most kaiju figures have simple rotating joints that go either up and down or left and right depending on how they're attached, but that's it? Garon has 4 of those. 2 in his knees, 1 for his jaw, and 1 for the little headphone-shaped protrusion. Everything else is pretty much unlimited. His arms, legs, tail, and head all have full 360-degree rotational range, as do his elbows, hands, and feet. The limbs can also extend nearly 90 degrees to the side, and the shoulder guards can be moved ever so slightly to accommodate the arms. Really, I think this figure has a wider range of motion than the suit it's based on, allowing for all manner of cool poses. This is absolutely one of the best articulated kaiju figures on the market. Well, that you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for. Now, as mentioned, Garon is a DX figure, and in Japan that means light and sound. Before I show you how that works though, I have to note something a bit unfortunate about this toy's design. You see, in order for this feature to be activated, you need a button. And where is Garon's button located? On his codpiece. I'm not kidding, the button is on his crotch, and the shape isn't helping to make it any less unfortunate. Okay, in fairness, I can't think of any other place it could have gone. The chest holds the speaker, the back holds the batteries, and the neck presumably houses the LED, so I guess this was the only option, but still, it's awkward. YouTube had better not demonetize me for this. I also hope I don't get a strike for showcasing the sounds, since they contain quotes and sound effects from ULTRAMAN BLAZAR itself. I guess they should be short enough to not be a problem. I'll cycle through several of them for you now. Okay, let's give it a go. Cool, huh? As you saw, the light effect only lasts for a few seconds, but in those few seconds, he looks amazing. As for the sound, it might not be essential for an adult collector like me, but it does add a nice bit of novelty, and kids will love it. Perhaps some of you are wondering how the figure's head can light up and still have uninhibited movement. Well, if we bend the head down and lift the headphones, we can get a glimpse of what makes that possible. As you can see, there's a translucent barbell joint embedded in the neck to which the head is attached, and this projects the LED's light forward. It's a simple but ingenious way to achieve the effect without limiting articulation. I actually assembled a Motoroid figure of the Big O recently that does the same thing without sound effects. It's still cool though. Now, you might have noticed that the back has these two odd bits just below the neck, which looks like something is supposed to attach to them. Well, this is thanks to something that's probably a spoiler, but the toys have already ruined it anyway, and if you've been paying attention to the show, it's easy to guess. You know those railguns that were attached to Dorgo in Episode 4? You may have noticed that they have the same color scheme as Earth Garon. Well, it seems that Earth Garon will be getting an upgrade and have similar weapons attached soon, making the Kiryu homage complete. Those come with another figure, but we'll get to that another day. Even without the railguns, though, this is one impressive kaiju figure. Okay, so he's not as detailed or pristine as SH Monster Arts, but there's just so much done right with him that there's no reason to get hung up on the minor issues. Earth Garon isn't a cool figure because he was designed to be. He is a cool character first and foremost, and he becomes a cool figure by extension. That's the long and the short of it. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer signing off. You see, you really don't need to intentionally make your show a toy commercial. All you have to do is make a good show, and the merchandise will sell itself. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see us keep doing what we're doing, you might consider doing all the usual YouTube things, as well as hopping down to the description to find links to DeviantArt, Patreon, Twitter, and links for the different books in the Tales from the Omni Vault universe. Your support is naturally appreciated. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.